Yeah, I was trying to think of some videos to make some new topics and stuff, and I was thinking, I haven't really made any videos about magic or ritual or ceremonial magic, greater magic, curses, stuff like that. Not for a while, anyway. Hold on, there it is. Basically, because I'm not really sure if I subscribe to that. You know, I mean, I've always been fascinated by the idea that you could curse somebody or magic in a ritual, in ritual fashion, greater magic. But tried it a few times, varying results. When I say results, I don't. That almost implies that what I did actually had an effect, which I'm not so sure it did. So, my whole take on magic, ceremony, magic, ritual, stuff like that, curses, spells, whatever, is basically I think the most I can actually subscribe to that is basically, I think it's a little bit more than coincidence, but I do think it is effective in the sense that I'm more of on a subconscious level. So that the ritual itself might be able to influence a magician and give him greater confidence in order to see that working, comes to, that it produces results, but might give you more confidence, say, if you were to do, like a lust spell to try to be, more attractive to somebody. Well, that in itself may make you feel more confident, in which case, you may have an easier time talking to that person. You may act in a way that you're unaware of that will lead to success. So in that sense, it may be effective. Ritual could be effective in that sense. As far as it in a more traditional sense, to where like you're actually projecting your will, your emotion, your desire into the ethers, to vibrate with a certain resonance, and to have it boomerang back around the full moon and the pale light, and the planet Saturn is over here, and the number 9 is whatever. No, I don't think that works like that. But it is possible. I don't think it hurts though. So if that's something you're interested in, I mean, yeah, go for it. Study it. I mean, there's worse things that you could do with your time. Yeah, I mean, if you think that that it's possible, if you think that you can affect the outcome of something with just your conscious or subconscious or your emotional will by itself, I mean, if you can, it's pretty impressive. I don't think anybody's actually ever been able to prove any of that yet, though. I'm not saying that I'm like a cynic and total, complete 100%, skeptic on it. I am open to the possibilities. I've just never seen it happen. I mean, I hear a lot of people talk, but a lot of people embellish. And magic is kind of one of those things where it's, let's say you were to curse somebody. Well, you can curse somebody, and eventually that person is going to get sick. Eventually that person is going to get cancer. Eventually that person is going to die. So, was that your doing, or was it a matter of time? I mean, if you do a ritual for, lust ritual because you want to get laid. Well, I hate to say it, but most of us will eventually get laid. I know there are some people that don't, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, most of these things are a matter of time. If you, now let's say you do a ritual to try to get like a roulette. Say you were trying to get, the ball to land on number 9, red. If you could do that and it actually happened, that'd be awesome. But if you had to spin that fucking roulette table, 1,000 times, I'm not impressed. Now, if you spun it, 100 times and it hit once, that's okay, Now, if you, spun it 10 times and it hit it once. Now, if you could spin it 10 times and it hit 3 times, then I'd be really impressed. But you don't see that shit happen. But again, I think it's on a subconscious level. I do think it can be effective if it gives you confidence that whatever you're seeking, whatever you're trying for, whatever you hope to achieve, will actually happen. Hopefully, you will act in a manner that's conducive to that, which is always why it's good for the magician. If you are going to cast a spell, you are going to do a ritual, a working of some sort, don't just wait around for it to happen. If you do that, do stuff like that is proactive, that is going to be conducive to having whatever it is you want fall into place. Like if you're going to try to do a lust spell to try to attract the attention of that beautiful girl in class that you don't have the balls to talk to ever. Well, if you don't ever talk to her, it's probably not going to work. Now, if you do a ritual, some sort of spell, some greater magic to try to attract her attention, well, maybe I don't know, next time you walk by her in class, fart really, just make a really stinky one, just, that'll get her attention. No, but you know what I'm saying though? Like, do something. Figure out what it is she likes. I don't know, try to work up the courage to do something different, because if what you're doing now isn't working, then maybe you should change what you're trying to do or how you normally do it so that different results will happen. And if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you can pretty much expect the same result. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I think magic is probably just as likely as prayer. I think it works on a similar principle, basically on a subconscious principle with faith. What is faith? Faith is believing in something when there's zero evidence of. That's why I don't believe in, I don't have faith in stuff either. I mean, but it is what it is. Now, the people that do rituals and the theistic side, they do rituals and believe that they're actually summoning forces from devils and demons. I think that's bullshit. I just, I can't get down with that. Now, it's going to piss people off, but whatever. I mean, I just don't see, I think that my take on that is, if there are demons and devils, for real, which I highly doubt, but if there is, I don't think that you would have the ability to control such a creature, to make him do, or it to do your will. I think a demon of any sort would be, who can conquer space and time and is immortal. I don't think gives a fuck about your little spells and your drawings and your little sigils and whatever in your prayers. No, I don't. Witchcraft is interesting though. Old religion. That out of all of them, I have the most respect for are these dirt witches. Different types of witches, but the ones that work with the earth, the ones that make potions and shit like that, the ones that read chicken bones and shit. Well, yeah, I guess that's still witchcraft. Yeah, I mean those types I like the best. Those are the types that I think are the most not only entertaining, but most of those have some sort of root and foundation and logic and reason. If they're using elements of the earth, well, fuck, there's mineral and shit in there. There's lead. There's metal. There's there are actual properties of that dirt that are vital. So at least that's something to go off of. But yeah, I mean, I'll stay a skeptic towards magic and ritual and greater magic. Like I said, I've tried it, didn't really see the results. I saw about as much results as coincidence. So, like George Carlin says, I prayed and I see it, same results, about 50-50. So, that's pretty much what my take is now. There are some people out there that have a lot more knowledge than I do. I mean, I'm fairly knowledgeable, at least more than the average Joe, for sure. But there are some people out there making YouTube videos that have pretty good amount of knowledge that have studied the topic, and I would keep looking, because that really never interests me. I mean, it did just briefly when I was really young, but I'm more interested in stuff that I can prove, something that I can work with, something that produces results more than just coincidence.